What is product testing campaigns?
All right, amazing. So the product testing campaign is pretty much like a feedback type of report that we are generating for the Amazon sellers out there. So let's assume that you want to launch a product. It can be an existing one. So maybe it's a relaunch, or maybe the product is not behaving so good and you want more traction, more visibility, or it can be a completely new product on the Amazon platform. First of all, no reviews. So just to be very clear, we are not talking about reviews. We are not associated with reviews. That's a big no-no. We don't want to get into that. We are talking about genuine feedback in terms of a report that, we send the product testers a questionnaire, and they will be answering all those questions, and we put together a report and we provide to the Amazon sellers, all the people that we're working with. But what's very important here is that, first of all, we'll create a strategy and we'll execute based on that strategy. So we target that product to get visibility, momentum and sales velocity for it on the Amazon platform. So this is organic rank we're targeting here. And at the end of the campaign, you expect to be at the top. Of course, yeah, depending on the type of campaign that we run, it can be a maintenance campaign or it can be an actual push to the top campaign. We can definitely make it happen, but it's a joint venture, joint effort to put together the strategy, and then the team will execute it. And yeah, pretty much straight to the point.
Maybe you
Yeah.
can share like what does it mean? How does the process happen as much as you can explain like for example, a seller maybe they have like maybe it's a small seller first product, maybe they have 10, maybe even more. And what exactly the product testing campaign helps achieve? You said it can help us go higher in ranks in terms of keyword ranking. Mm, can you
Yep.
explain a little bit how and what's it all about? Kind of.
Sure thing. So on Google, if you go on Google, the best answer wins. Yeah, so, if you have the best answer on Google, that wins. On the other side, on Amazon, the best answer that converts wins. We
Mhm.
can help you with this bit. So our entire strategy, starting from a product, let's assume it's a new product. It's easier this way. We start by analyzing the niche, analyzing the keywords, and we create the strategy. The strategy implies let's say the keywords and also the number of orders. So we're using here the Helium 10's CPR method. So that's very open to everyone to see exactly how to tap into it and to get our product testers aboard to help you first with the feedback and second with the organic ranking push on that keyword. So if we're looking, let's say, at a keyword and let's say it needs around 50 orders to be top of page one, of course, we want to target it in different ways, but you also want to target it if you want through PPC to give it even more visibility and boost. But through our program, through the product testing, we target it with our product testers. They will be purchasing following our instructions and following the exact steps that we tell them. And they will be, getting the product and answering a set of questions. So once they do that, so they will place a purchase on the product. So they will buy the product from Amazon. This is how it happens, right? They have to have it in their hand in order to review it in terms of feedback.
Yeah.
Again, I will not mention review so we don't get confused. So they will
Yeah.
answer the questionnaire just to give us the feedback, their feedback on the product. This is great because, again, when they place the purchase and based on our recommendation, that will boost visibility and sales on the Amazon platform. So your organic ranking will climb from page 10 to page one, top of page one. That's the goal. You want to be organically there. Why? Because those are free clicks. But at the end of the day, those are the best clicks. Combined with PPC, they give you even more visibility on the main page. So more potential clients, customers from Amazon will click on your product and purchase it. So the entire strategy put together will boost your product on the targeted keywords and give you the visibility it needs in order to get a chance on the Amazon, wild, whatever it's called, jungle out there. So we're just tapping into this organic way to get people to have a chance to kickstart their product, so to speak, and to get the best out of it at the beginning. Of course, this is not a set once and that's it strategy, so you don't have to do it once. You have to implement it whenever it's needed just to give it a boost, just to keep it there, because If you do not sell, that's the statement for the Amazon platform overall. If you do not sell, you will slowly decline in ranking, organic ranking, and you'll end up in page two, page three, page four. Because, like I said, Amazon values sales. At the end of the day, you want to sell. If you do not sell, of course, the algorithm takes into consideration different signals. Also, back in the days for Vova and everyone that's been here for a while, the people were using add to carts, add to wish lists. That's also a huge signal for Amazon to see that hey, people are desiring to purchase this product. But at the end of the day, Amazon is about what? Money. It's about
Mhm.
sales. So they want to see sales. Of course, they want to have also a good product. And of course, they want their customers to be happy with the product.
Mhm.
Hence, a bad review will get you down on sales velocity and visibility. You don't want to have that. So moving back like two, three steps, first, you have to have a very good product. Without a good product, there's no chance to actually, go to the top of or stay at the top
Step. Yeah.
because from our experience, we can take you to the top, no problem. It's a matter of staying there. And if you get bad reviews, you will not stay there, that's for sure. So that's a must to have a good product. Apart from that, you have to, have a good listing, good photography, just to, make the listing appealing and to sell. And, tap into the reviews factor. You need Vine, you need maybe some friends that can help you, kickstart it with the first reviews. That's an entirely different strategy. We, let's say, need that in order to start, but yeah, that's a tricky one. Nevertheless, going back, organic ranking and visibility, we can definitely make that happen. We've done it more than 4,000 times, I believe. We were engaged in campaigns, so it's something that works. And yeah, definitely we can do it again.
Mhm. I understand. So basically, a seller comes, they have a product, then they submit the product to you. Then you, as you mentioned, you can suggest different keywords that might be good potential for this product to rank. So relevant keywords, I would say, right, where there's well, customers that are looking for this product through those keywords will convert. So you find these keywords, then you basically do you look at the listing, for example, because we might have a listing that's not optimized in terms of maybe we're lacking keywords, maybe we're lacking, good pictures. Will you tell us also like, hey, maybe we can help you with promotion, but it's not gonna stick on top because, maybe you have one picture and what your title is lacking the main keyword, for example. Would you give us some advice there in this sense?
Definitely on the listing side, definitely. On the photo side, it's a bit tricky because I truly believe in experimenting with the photos, also with the listing as well. So don't take anything for granted. Even let's say whenever someone says that this is the best listing, it's never the best listing. Try to experiment, try to listen to your customer rather than an expert or a friend. Because at the end of the day, the customers will dictate how your listing should look like and the photos, of course. So from the listing perspective, yes, we can definitely tap into that because if your listing is not relevant for the keywords we're targeting, so
Hmm.
if the keywords are missing, you will not be indexed on those keywords. Hence, we will not be able to target them. That's number one. On the photos, of course, if you have really, really bad photos, we'll definitely let you know that you should work on those. But usually you start with a set of photos. Don't get attached to them. Try to change it, especially the main photo. Always experiment. Try to see different angles, different I don't know concepts of the photo. Try to get more aggressive with the contrast. So try different things because that's the hook. That's the most important picture you have because that's the one that will capture the click.
Hmm.
As soon as you capture the click, the next thing is that people will land on your listing and your listing needs to sell. So since we're getting into this, your second photo, and I like this very much, your second photo should scream your number one benefit always. So people are coming to your listing to see what's in it for me. What does this product
Yeah.
do? It's not about your brand. It's not about, of course, branding, it's important if you're Coca-Cola, but
I
a
was just
brand that
thinking.
you, yeah,
I
a
was
brand
thinking of
that
Coca-Cola.
yeah,
Okay.
just get started. It's not important to them. What's important, even with Coca-Cola, it's important. Yeah, if they don't have Coca-Cola, give me a Pepsi. So it's
Yeah.
a matter of, it's
Good
always
point.
like that. I don't know. In the Balkan area, this is like that. So the people want to have their own
Yeah.
desires where we desire
That's
to, accomplished, or their problems, or maybe
yeah.
they have, it's pain or problem. These are the two things that we're solving as Amazon sellers, either a pain or a problem, or both.
Hmm.
So again, your number two image, your second image, not the main one, which is the hook, your number two image should scream your number one benefit and tell them exactly, wait, this is the product for. So this is for you. This is what you've been looking for. Buy it. Yeah, so pretty much. So you want to tap into that. Of course, you need all the other images to tell the story. And in the listing, if you ask me, the text in the listing is important for indexing and for relevance and to talk to the algorithm. It's not important to the customers. Nowadays, people are not reading all that text and looking at, whatever is in there, unless you have some, I don't know, maybe some specific numbers, measurements, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
that they will be looking for, technicalities.
Yes.
But apart from that, they're not there to see, hey, this is a good giftable item that you can give for Valentine's Day, Christmas, and Mother's Day. They, if they need it, they will buy it.
Yeah.
And yeah, on top of that, people are buying with their eyes. So my attention is always on the images. That's the number one thing. And yeah, going back, we can definitely input our view on it. Yeah, you can try to improve the images, but I always, and this is like general, always encourage people to A/B test, to experiment on Amazon. I started when I started 2016. I created like the best image, and I was like attached to it. This is like the best one.
Yeah.
It's selling. It has to sell. Not 1 second was I thinking back then that hey, it's not about me. If I've created the image, I'm attached to the image. It's about the
Mhm.
customers. How do they want to see it? What message are they receiving when they're looking at it? It's yeah, that kind of approach that I encourage everyone to have in mind.
All right. So again, people might want to get better visibility for their products. Then they come to you. You will suggest certain keywords. You'll maybe check out the listing if they have these keywords in the listing, if it's somewhat optimized. As you mentioned, images. It's not necessarily something you do, but again, if maybe you see that there's one image and it's not even zoomable, you might tell to them like, "Hey, like,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, I guess check. You should pay attention to this part." And then you said the customers on Amazon will purchase the product and send like a feedback survey to the seller of what they received, right?
We are setting together with the seller at the start of the campaign. We're setting a set of questions that we want to ask the product testers. So based on those questions, every product tester will answer them. It's like marketing that, this is like in the US is the mystery shopper program usually.
Mm,
They send someone in the shop and then that they give them like a free espresso or whatever drink at Starbucks. And after they get the drink, they fill up a form. Hey, how was the service? Was the
mm,
clerk, nice to you?
mm,
Did you
mm,
like was it clean? Was it, it's pretty much the
mhm,
same thing we're conducting online. So it will be definitely different metrics that we're targeting here. If this product was, you'd had to pay for the product, do you think it's worth the price? Do you think the images are sending the right signal about the product? Would you
mm.
improve anything about the product?
Interesting.
You can get whatever information about it. Also, you can, I believe we've covered this in the past as well. You can get also negative things about the product, like starting with a new product, launching it, and having some technical problems with the product. So it's not arriving at the customers in one piece. You want to know that upfront because otherwise, if you get a lot of refunds, and with the product testers, we can tell them, okay, I'm sorry, we'll keep the product and whatever. It's a different approach. But if the customers on Amazon, get the product and it's broken, it arrives broken with them. Let's say that lot that we
Uh-huh.
didn't do a quality check. That's a bad thing because you get a lot of returns, and a lot of returns will trigger the algorithm, which will close the listing, close your account, whatever happens. So we don't want to get that on your account. So yeah, we've been into that as well for sometimes. Yeah, unfortunately, it happens. You never know, but yeah, it's important to also have into consideration all those aspects. And at the end of the day, of course, you want to rank your product and to sell. You want to make it successful on Amazon. That's what everyone is trying, actually. Yeah, so we're trying that as well.
Yeah, 100%. Also wanted to ask kind of popular question, I would say, with sellers. Is it term of service friendly, like the product testing, the kind of, again, it's not reviews, it's feedback that you get in form of PDF. I'm
Yeah.
just curious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually there in the TOS because we're not conducting anything illegal. So it's marketing that we're doing, and first of all, and second of all, is feedback that we're getting for the product. Of course, in order to provide the feedback, people need to purchase the product.
Mhm.
They purchase the product? Yeah, well, they have different options. So at the end of the day, it's a matter of getting the information somehow. Otherwise, you're not just tied up. How do you conduct a product testing like this, or how do you conduct a market research? You cannot on Amazon. So, yeah, we're here to fill in that gap and to help people with this one. Yeah, there are shady services out there. I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but yeah, black hat, gray hat, whatever. At the end
Mhm.
of the day, it's a matter of the direction. But yeah, we of course this applies to new sellers and also to existing sellers. So we have a lot of sellers in the supplements area. That's one area that needs a lot of pushing, a lot of traffic, a lot of visibility, and PPC also is very expensive there. So yeah, it's pretty much, yeah, a good target. So yeah, if anyone is in that area, is definitely a fit. Also in the adult industry, since you cannot run PPC,
You're right,
yeah,
right.
it's a good way to get some visibility and get your product started, kick started there. There are different use cases out there, and yeah, coming back to your question, I truly believe so. Yeah,
Awesome. So again, we're gonna have I believe there's a page on your website that speaks about product testing campaigns. We can link
yeah,
it down in the description so people can go and read about it on the website, see more info. Again, I'll remind that if you're going to use the code, I believe we have VOVA10, it's going to give you
over 10,
10%
yeah,
off from on these kind of
on our
product tests.
commission. Yeah,
What's the commission structure? How does it work? Maybe that would be interesting. What's the pricing basically of this model with intelliRANK? For example, we want to, someone's launching a product and they want to have 100 feedbacks from unique customers. So basically, that would be 100 purchases, right?
yeah,
And
unique
then
purchases.
unique purchase on different keywords, for example, etc., through some period of time.
Yeah.
And so, what would that cost, for example? How would that work?
So it depends. First of all, we have three categories. It's a regular product, that's usually pretty much the big category. If it's a book or ebook, that's a different
Mm,
category, or if it's a supplement. So for regular products, we're charging $10 for each unit we're giving away on their behalf. So if it's 100, it's $1,000 our commission. That's straightforward. For books and ebooks is 12, and for supplements is 15. So it's more challenging to find the right product testers for these categories.
mm,
But you also benefit from a 10% discount since you mentioned the code VOVA10. So you can deduct 10 to be nine, I don't know, 11 point something and 13 point something dollars.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the structure. And yeah, based on the product, it's pretty straightforward. But you have two costs. First of all is our commission fee, which I just mentioned and how it's calculated. And second is the product cost. So what does it mean? It means that you will be sending us all the money for the 100 units. If the product is, let's say, $10
Yeah.
each unit, we'll need the money to find the product testers. And after they complete the purchase, we will be refunding them, but it's not a refund. We will be paying them for the time invested in completing the survey. So that's not $10, so it's a different amount that we are offering them. It's part of the process, and just want to be transparent. Again, it's not a refund. It's not. It's we're paying them for the time invested into working with us. We value
Nice.
their feedback and their opinion, and they've helped us. We do have a huge database, so yeah, That's also very important, but we're also bringing in new people. So it's a constant flood of new people. We're getting aboard, we're getting them vetted. We want for them to be okay and, not scam people. Yeah, it's a process. Yeah, nevertheless.
Mhm. Real Amazon customers, right? Like,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah. That's
yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So
Awesome.
yeah.
So like there's the product price and then the extra commission that intelliRANK takes. And again, the code VOLA10 will help save 10%. So that's nice, a little kind of way to save a little bit and also to
Yeah,
support the free content that kind of we're creating. So that's pretty cool. Anything
definitely.
else you'd like to add, Marcel, about the product testing campaigns that I haven't asked? Again, in the description, we're going to have a link to the website and the specific part on the intelliRANK website to the campaigns, but maybe something else that sellers are asking you frequently that I haven't asked that would be useful for our listeners.
I guess we've touched base on pretty much everything. Vova, if something else comes to mind, I will jump in and add it. But that's pretty much straightforward from this perspective. So again, it can be applied to either an existing or a new product. We have both categories. People that want to maybe just kickstart a product. Of course, within our strategies, we always try to get products to page one. That's on different keywords. So that's number one priority, and you can do that through PPC. You can use PPC for that. Yes, you can also use PPC combined with product testing. It's a mix. Depends how you want to do it. But yeah, again, if it's a good keyword in your page on page two, three, four, it's not important because you don't get too much sales. You want to be at the top organically. You want to be top of the page if possible within the first 15, 20 results. That would be amazing. And yeah, it's a matter of how you get there. You can go through product testing. You can use PPC to do it. Product test is very targeted, is very straightforward, and we know what we're doing. We'll definitely make it happen. PPC is like, yeah, it takes maybe longer. It's a different approach. Both work. So yeah, maybe combined work even better. Yeah.
How long would it take? I was just thinking for the product testing campaigns, for example, how long would it take the product to reach kind of top of page one? Yeah, usually
Usually 8 to 10 days.
eight to
So
10 days.
it's pretty much like that. It's again, it's building up, and of course, we're creating momentum, the sales velocity. That's also implying, and also, of course, we're feeding the algorithm with good information from our side. Because what's good information? It's the fact that the product testers need to purchase the product, and when they purchase the product, that's where the magic happens. It's
Mm.
as easy as that. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Amazon, it's a search engine that rewards the best answer that converts.
Mhm.
So you want your product to sell. If your product is not selling, you see your BSR decline, you'll see everything go down. The keyword ranking you'll be in page whatever 700. Nobody will find you, or even if someone finds you, maybe only through paid ads or I don't know, by mistake.
Mhm. And one last, I guess, one question on the product testing campaigns. Is it
Yeah.
guaranteed, for example, and if we invest in the service and maybe for some reason, it doesn't get to page one, do you see that happen at all? And what happens then? Maybe like just.
That's a great question, actually. We did find that to happen sometimes when it's technical problem from Amazon. From our side, things are pretty much like I said, they're straightforward, so it's an easy peasy to get there. It's about consistency and just knowing what you're doing. But yeah, there are problems, and we've had some problems. Like I believe 2 or 3 times we had this problem with Amazon, but worth mentioning that I don't know, for some reason the product was either badly categorized or
Uh,
something that not even Amazon can find, because you open support cases and they don't know what's happening. They say everything's good, it's perfect. It is, but it's I'm
yeah.
I'm still declining while I'm selling. So I don't know,
Uh,
or maybe some BSR problems. BSR is not being displayed.
mm,
We've seen a lot of craziness out there. So yeah, well, sometimes it happens. So from our side, we do not guarantee everything like 100%, because not even God can guarantee it, 100%. But we know what we're doing. We've done it before, and yeah, it's a matter of knowing where we want to go, and yeah, we just pack our bags and yeah, we sail away.
so I assume that if something doesn't work you'll find a solution with the seller to
Will help, definitely.
to
Yeah,
to, to
yeah.
make it right, no? Hmm.
We'll definitely help. We'll put in our expertise and try to help the seller in any way. At the end of the day, it's our common interest to make it work. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're not like ignoring the sellers in any way. We're trying to help them as much as we can, but sometimes it's Amazon. I mean, yeah, for people that have been with Amazon for so long, they know how Amazon behaves. You have to be straight to the point. And yeah, here's a golden nugget. Whenever you start a case with Amazon, whenever you have a problem with Amazon, always keep a paper trail. So you open a case, they close the case. Oh, it's okay. It's not our problem. Okay, take that case number, put it aside. Whenever you reopen the case, hey, here's the paper trail. We've opened this case, this case, this case. Please escalate. Always ask to escalate. Please look into it. Give them more information. Give them the facts. No emotions. Don't swear at Amazon. Don't, you can swear in your room because, yeah, we always do that. We swear and everything. But when you send a message, it has to be professional, always 100%. Because they're always, they're a big corporation. It's not about emotions there. It's about, hey, are you following the procedure? What's the
Yeah,
procedure?
yeah.
One, two, three, four. We have 10 open cases, all of them closed. Each one provided with a different stupid
Hmm.
solution, but nothing works. We tried this escalate to a professional to help. And you have to be persistent about it. Otherwise, yeah, sometimes can take longer to fix problems, but this will definitely speed up the resolution of the problem if you keep the paper trail. So yeah,
Thanks for the gold nugget, man. All right, that kind
sure.
of, I would say, probably covers the product testing campaigns. Again, viewers, listeners, if you have any more questions, drop them in the comments. And again, in the description, you have a link to the page on intelliRANK website on product testing campaigns and also coupon code to save 10%.